Hello everyone, my name is Anthony and I'm your host for today, and you are watching Random Tech Guides. We publish content about PC and mobile guides, gaming and occasionally some product reviews. So consider subscribing for more tech guides. Some days ago a friend of mine asked me about some issues he had with his computer. His boot sequence as well as the shutdown sequence was very slow considering he had an SSD as a boot drive. After a little troubleshooting we discovered that his second hard disk, a mechanical drive, was the reason for the slow boot up. I recommended replacing the hard drive and I promised to help with the process. So today I'm going to take you along for the ride of replacing a hard drive, a process I estimated would take about 30 minutes and ended up taking 3 hours to complete. Let's begin. First, we needed to transfer the files from the old drive to the new one. So we needed to install the new drive and then copy all the files he needed. I began by removing the screws from the back of the side panel to reveal the internal components. Then I tried to make some room for the new drive because of the bad cable management. As I was trying to install the new drive, I realized that there aren't any functional SATA ports left on the motherboard. There were 4 total SATA ports, 3 functional, and all of them taken by the 2 hard drives and the DVD drive. During this whole process, my friend was there to assist with helpful commentary. I decided to use an external USB to SATA adapter for 3.5-inch drives that I purchased a while back. It is a cheap solution, but it can come in handy in situations like this. Because this is a USB 2.0 interface, the transfer speeds would suffer, as you will see in a few moments. With a new hard drive connected through USB, I began the process of transferring the files. Instead of using the Windows Explorer, I decided to use a free tool called Mini Tool Partition Wizard. I recommend using this tool if the hard drive you are trying to replace is a boot drive, because it transfers not only the files but also the partition information. I opened Chrome and I typed Mini Tool Partition Wizard in the search bar. Then I followed the first link and followed the instructions in order to download the software. I began the installation process, making sure to install only the necessary files and to avoid any bloatware. After the installation was completed, I ran the program. All disks were listed with the partition information. I selected Copy Disk Wizard and followed the instructions, selecting a source drive and a target drive, making sure to select Fill Partition to entire disk in the Copy options screen. After I finished the wizard, I applied the changes and the copy process started. Due to the USB speed limitations, as I mentioned before, the entire process took about 1 hour for approximately 165 GB of data. As the long process of copying was about to finish, we were met by an error message which stated that the copy has failed. We were both disappointed as we just wasted 1 hour waiting. As it turns out, the USB to SATA adapter had a defective power cable that affected the connection, and the old hard drive was in bad condition. For the next step, I decided to open the side panel again and install the new hard drive using the SATA cable from the DVD drive, as we wouldn't need it at the time. A decision I should have made from the beginning, but it is, as they say, that you learn from your mistakes. I didn't screw the hard drive in place as its position was temporary for the copy process. For the data copy, I opted to use Windows Explorer this time. As you can see from the transfer speeds, the whole process took about 20 minutes to complete. With the transfer now finished, it was time to switch the hard drives. The side panel was already open from the previous steps, so it was just a matter of removing the old drive and installing the new one. I removed the 4 screws holding the hard drive, something I think is not necessary because 2 screws are enough and you don't have to remove both side panels. When installing a hard drive, there are 2 cables you need to connect: the power cable that comes from your power supply and the data or SATA cable that connects to the motherboard. Both cables have a little angle at one end, showing you the correct way to install, corresponding with the same angle on the hard drive. And with this we conclude today's video. It was not by any means a guide that you should follow, but I believe you could learn from my mistakes and save some time in the process. Thank you for watching, leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll see you all in the next one.